What's up, guys? It's Coach Matt. Let's get to our work for today. We did our heavy bench press last week, so this week we're going to take a deload week on pressing. So the percentages are going to be lighter, but we're still going to be doing a lot of very meaningful work on it today, and some good accessory stuff as well as some sprints. So it's beginning with 3 minutes of warm-up pace cardio, then get some big arm circles, a 30-second monkey hang that does not need to be feet off the ground. If you need your feet on the ground in order to maintain that grip and to maintain the good shoulder position, then definitely do that, but challenge yourself a little bit on the grip. 4 right and 4 left hand release push-ups, so a total of 8. So I'm gonna go down, push out on the right, up, down, push out on the left, up. Try to keep that hand floating off the ground when you reach out. And then last one is some bench press warm-up sets, and we're only going up to in the 40 to 50% range, so take small bites on that empty barbell, and then maybe like 30%, something like that, 30, 40% on the third round when you do your warm-ups. Excuse me. And then we're gonna do a superset. The superset is a little bit more involved because the pressing percentages are lighter. Elevated foot, single leg glute bridge. So that means I want one foot on top of my bench while I'm doing it, and I want that knee at approximately 90 degrees when I do this, right? So I'm driving my heel into the bench. The other leg is straight. Thinking about pushing the flat on my straight ceiling and then back down to touch the ground. Try to on the leg that is driving when I do that, all right? 8 reps on each side. Then we're gonna do band face pulls. So the band face pull, this is just a good basic rotator cuff exercise. I like to grab a little narrower on this one so that as I pull back, I'm also pulling apart as I'm raising it up over the top of my head. So it's not a really wide, easy grip. It's a pull, rotate, and pull apart at the top when I get on there. And then prone angels is the last one. So this one will have be face down. I recommend not putting your forehead into the ground unless you want to have little dots on your head all day, right? But start off reaching all the way up over your head with your hands off the ground, and then down and pivot to palms up as you reach behind your back. You say, officer, no, stop resisting, sorry. So then I'm going out to the side, hands off the ground, and I'm trying to squeeze away from the ground the whole time, right? That's it. Do I look like I have practice with that movement? Sorry, I'm being silly. All right, 10 prone angels, and then we're gonna do sprints, carries, and core. The carries are gonna be pinch grip for today. So you have a pair of relatively heavy plates. Try the 25s, try the 35s, try the 45s if you want to. But we'll start each segment with a sprint on the bike. The first one is a 30-second sprint. This should be the most awful. It should be an absolute max effort for 30 seconds, meaning that in the beginning, I'm going really fast. And then as I get into like the 10, 11, 12 second range, my speed should decline a little bit because it really is impossible to give a legitimate max effort for more than, say, around 10 to 15 seconds. Right, so it should not be a continuous pace the whole time. It should be a big effort at the beginning, and as you continue to try as hard as you can, again, that speed should slow down. But we're getting as many calories as you can in each. Next, we're gonna go into a 30-second overhead hold, and whatever weight you used for your bench press, that's the weight we wanna use for this overhead hold. All right, so try to get to the seated position, press to the overhead, right? And we're just holding here for 30 seconds. If you need a little help to get up there or to get it back down safely, make sure you use a pair of spotters, one on either side, and then back to the shoulders and back to the rack, all right? Next, we're gonna do a ring dip bottom position hold, right? So that's exactly what it sounds like. We're gonna try for 30 seconds, and I'm just getting my rings, I'm getting down to that bottom position, and then I'm applying resistance by slowly pulling my feet away from the ground, right? So heels up first, and then I'll pick up one foot, and then if I can, I'll try to float the other foot, and maybe I have to put like 5 pounds of pressure on that foot in order to not collapse or not fall off the rings. But do whatever you gotta do, make it a challenging position, hold it for 30 seconds. And if you need to change the resistance level within that 30 seconds in order to maintain position, that is fine. So the theme for that is set your position before you apply resistance. Don't jump into it and slam yourself into the bottom of that ring dip position, but intentionally put yourself in the bottom of the ring dip position and then apply resistance by slowly pulling your feet either 1 or 2 at a time off the ground, right? Next one is our pinch grip farmer carry. So now I've got 2 plates, 1 on each side. I'm pinching them with my thumbs and the flats of my fingers, so I'm not allowed to use any, like the hole in the middle or anything other than the edges of the plate. It can help to get a little bit of chalk on those when you do it. All right, let's see, 30-second L hold on the rings. This is a top supported position now. So it's as if I've gone to the top of the ring dip, right? And now I'm pulling my knees up and trying to extend my legs in front of me like so, right? Get your knees up at least, right? If you need to touch your toes to something, maybe put a bench in front of you so you can hold it. But a 30-second L hold on the rings is relatively challenging to do. Attempt it, but don't go crazy with it, and don't fall off the back of the rings either, okay? That is it for today. Remember, position before resistance, and make the quality of each of those movements and the positions that you hold be the priority for that, as opposed to how fast you get them done or how difficult of a looking maneuver it is, right? There's a lot of a benefit for your body that can be accrued in these relatively simple positions if you're holding the right position with it, okay? And that means you gotta find the right resistance for it. Don't be afraid to ask for help on those. A lot of times there's like a simple change in either the height of the rings or the angle of your legs, or another assistance device that we can use to help you out with it. We can use a band also to help on the rings. I can show you how to do that. But give it a shot, right? You won't be sorry. All right, have a good one. Bye.